guys, and welcome back to Between Us Girlies. I'm Bran.
I'm Lindsay.
I'm Bailey.
And I'm Charlie.
So Casey is on vacation in Florida with her boyfriend. So we don't have boyfriends. So we are replacing her today with Charlie.
Hi, King.
Hello,
And
everyone.
this is very timely because Charlie and I just went to New Orleans for the Super Bowl. Go Birds.
Go
Go
birds,
birds.
baby.
The Eagles won, so we have so much to debrief.
Yeah, let's hear about it.
Yeah, so New Orleans was fucking crazy.
It was nuts.
We got flown by Frontier Airlines. Shout out Frontier.
Best flight ever.
It was such a good
It was
flight.
nice.
On time. Actually, I feel like it was early. We landed earlier than expected.
Was it fun? Like, was it all like Eagles fans on there, I'm assuming?
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
So like when we landed, everyone's singing "Fly Eagles Fly." The woman in the front seat's like, "We're sending a video to ABC News, like
No.
Eagles chant." Like
Vibes
the
were
vibes
high.
were just so high. This was my first time flying since all of my mental health issues, so I was really nervous, but went so good. Didn't have any panic attacks, so
That's
very
like a
blessed.
quick flight, right?
Yeah,
Like
it was
2
like
hours?
2.5 hours.
Yeah.
That's
So
nice.
it was like a really good flight to like get back out there.
Yeah.
And it was great. We landed. On Thursday, we went to this like amazing charity football game that Tracy McGrady was playing in, Odell Beckham Jr. was playing in, and Ali Chapa.
Baby.
It was
So sick.
He's
I didn't-
baby dad.
I didn't know you guys even knew who Emily Chapa is.
I was hyped.
I was like, what the fuck?
He's a gay ally.
Yeah.
No,
He
Brandon
is.
literally called me when they left that football game, and he was like, "You would have loved this." I said, "Okay, rub it in,
Right.
Yeah.
rub it in."
The moment we saw him, like, we have to go up to him and say hi.
I was like, this is
immediately.
crazy. We were convinced. I'm still not sure that we saw Ty Dolla Sign, and like I'm still not sure. Like Cha was like, "That's Ty Dolla Sign," and I was like, "I don't think it is." And then like we walked back, and I was like, "Wait, maybe it is." And we were like trying to compare tattoos, but yeah, it just
you guys-
started our like
Investigators.
Not him.
weekend off on like chaos. Then like we meet our friend Rupi at this restaurant called Pesh. And it was like a celebrity outing. Like we're at the
Crazy.
bar eating a steak. Alex Earl walks in.
Yep.
Then Alex Cooper walks in. And we're like, what is going on? And then our friend Emily from the A-List calls us and she's like, hey, I can get you guys into the Odell Beckham Jr. party tonight.
Oh, T.
That was sad.
So we go to the Odell Beckham Jr. party. We are harassing this photographer to take a photo of us. He's like, you don't play football. I'm not taking a photo of you. Meanwhile, a Fashion Nova model girl gets her picture taken. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, so y'all hate gays.
Which one?
Yeah.
Wait, you don't watch Love Island, but was Serena and Cordell there?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
Someone
Damn.
asked me that too, but
Yeah.
they weren't there.
Okay.
But we saw OBJ, obviously. Amazing.
What is he? How is he like in person?
What's he smell like? I want to touch
He
him.
didn't say a word.
Yeah.
he didn't say anything.
He wasn't like rude. We were like,
Yeah.
can I take a picture? And he was like, sure.
Just
yeah.
stoic.
And
It was just
yeah,
chill.
very stoic. And we just snapped a picture with him, like our
Yeah.
little gay asses, like just next to him. It was really funny.
My king was there, Tommy Cutlets.
He was hot.
He's so
Do a
hot.
little oink oink.
He was what? Piggy. He is a piggy. Like you were like switch teams to the Eagles. I'm like switch teams to like go to gay guys. Like he's hot. He was hot.
No, he was fucking sexy. And then we like went to the gay bars, which was really fun.
How was that down there?
I loved it because do you remember when we went to Hillcrest in San Diego and it was like strippers? It was just like that. So I take out 100 ones. I have dick flopping in my face. I'm like, this is
Yes.
amazing.
I mean, out with an OnlyFans model.
Yes, I
So
forgot
hot.
about that lore.
Loved him.
Tea.
Yeah, we made out, and that's it.
Oh.
That's it. Ended there.
And then we went to Caesars at 4 a.m. We saw Jason Kelsey. He was in such a bad
Yes.
mood because apparently he lost like a ton of money at Caesars
Yes.
gambling.
Wow.
So we like went to say hi, and his security guard was like, "Not right now." And we were
Yeah.
like, "Oh, right." And that was night one, which
Yeah.
was like pretty feral, pretty crazy. We woke up on Friday, cracked the fuck out, like just
Yeah.
like. We were literally staying in New Orleans East, which apparently is like the worst area of New Orleans you could ever stay in, like the highest crime rate. We had no idea.
Yeah.
We're walking around the street. We're going to Popeyes. We're going to Wendy's. We go to the Wigs store.
Yeah.
Like we're just having a freaking day.
Yeah.
And everyone's being so nice to us. So like, I love New Orleans East.
I
Like,
love the East.
I had a great.
Our
I
hotel was
loved-
amazing.
Our country inn was foul. We had like mold growing on the bottom of the doors. The shower drain looked like it needed to be like peroxided, bleached, fumigated.
Oh, stop. Oh, God.
No, like at one point I see a room key. I go, "Is that our room key?" Charlie goes, "No." So they just like left the last person's in there.
Right,
Yep.
right.
So far, we're a week out. No bed bugs, no scabies.
No,
so,
yeah, we're good.
and the beds were really comfortable.
I was so concerned when I saw that because if you get the ick from something, like I know it's bad. And I looked at your story and I was like, oh no. Like
He was
I
bad.
I thought a brand was sending you. I'm thinking you're gonna be in this nice ass suite with like a clawfoot bathtub. I'm like, the country inn.
I picked it.
Listen, he had Amex points.
Yeah.
It was still like $4,000, but we were like, fuck it.
Yeah. Everything downtown was sold out and
Yeah.
like literally crazy
I
prices.
bet.
And
We
that
planned
was
this a week before.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like our best bet and it was amazing.
It was
Honestly,
really fun.
okay.
Yeah, there's a Waffle House in the parking
Yeah.
lot.
Wow.
Popeyes, there was Popeyes around the corner.
You didn't go to
Hive.
Waffle
We,
House?
we went to like film a TikTok and the staff really wanted to be in it and the manager was like, no, they can't be in it.
Yeah.
And then we just like never made it back over there.
Oh, you missed out on that food.
That's what I
You know
said.
what I
I
started-
was like,
Damn,
Waffle House
that
is
waffle.
I don't
legit.
like breakfast. I was like, do they have chicken and waffles? And he was like, no. I was like,
It's
then I
Uncle
don't want
Bill's
it.
with
You
an
like
urban
breakfast,
twist.
Brandon?
Yeah.
I really don't. I got the ick on eggs, kind of like you did. I feel like you passed it on to me because you're starting to like eggs again.
Oh,
right?
I love them.
Yeah, like I like can't do eggs right now. Like they really are grossing me out.
Damn.
So I was just like not in the mood. And we were just next to Wendy's and Popeyes, and I was like, I'd rather have them. Like I wanted chicken all weekend.
That's all we
that
eat.
biggie
Was
bag.
fast food.
All we ate. Like we're in like one of the best food cities. I mean, we did the first night we had crawfish pasta and jambalaya.
Oh,
I
you
like
had
remembered that when
jambalaya?
I remembered that when I watched the YouTube video draft. I was like, oh, we did eat New Orleans food.
that's
And we had
fun.
that steak, which was so good.
Yeah.
And then we went to a gifting suite. We got gifted base luggage.
I
Amazing.
saw that.
It just
fucking cool.
delivered.
Yes.
It was amazing. And then
You want to
what
give
is-
something to someone? Let me know.
yeah. And then we just like fucked around. We went to the Unwell event. It was hot as fuck out there.
Oh wait, how was the weather? It's down south, but like,
It felt like Florida.
Yeah.
Louisiana's a swamp. Like,
Yeah,
that's
it's
Yeah.
really
sticky.
humid.
Like everyone's like,
Extremely
yeah, we're in the
humid.
bayou. And I was like, right. Like it was sticky. And then Friday night was like crazy night. So we started at the Uber party. Just the night just started out chaotic because we're walking in at the same time as Cascade. And he's wearing this rude sweatshirt, but I just saw a palm tree on it. So I was like, oh my God, that's Kygo. And I was like, you're Kygo. And he was like, I'm Cascade. Like I was like, right. It was full like Mean Girls, like I'm from Michigan. Like I was like, okay, got it. So I was just like, fuck, that's like so embarrassing. Like that just happened. Whatever. This party's insane. There's like a golden football like hanging from the ceiling. Solange is
Beautiful.
DJing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was
Crazy.
beautiful.
It was just like nuts. So all the VIPs are like sitting in this one area. And like, even though they're like kind of roped off from one side, you can literally like, it's almost like bleachers. So like if you go to the top of the bleachers, you're literally face to face with them. So I was like, I'm going up there. And I took a picture with Amy Schumer, Cara Delevingne. I go, hi, Cara. Her publicist goes, it's Cara. right. Yeah.
just give it up.
I'm just
Damn,
making
Brandy.
a
Yeah, we just
fool
give it
out of
up.
myself. Making a fool out of myself. With everybody. I see Cascade. I give him an apology. His like social media girl is recording everything. And then Travis Scott and Ice Spice perform.
you're fucking kidding.
No, it was
No,
crazy.
This was a
right
music
in front of me.
event.
It
Yeah.
was literally a music event. Like,
This is
guess what he sings? Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
No.
I haven't.
It was
I,
bumping.
I never thought I would hear that song live. I was
what did
like,
Ice
I
Spice
am.
sing?
I don't
Something
even
about her
know. I don't
pooping?
even
I'm
know
good.
because it wasn't any of her known songs.
sorry.
Yeah.
Drop the
no,
drag.
Truly.
She's such a weird.
Oh.
No.
No.
You can
She,
tiptoes.
no.
No, she's weird as fuck.
Brandon, she
Yeah.
gets in the booth and she talks about her fart. She did it for my poopy, doopy, doopy, doopy. And people are like, oh, that's so good. It isn't. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
good.
no, I love a stinky
Messed
piggy,
up
but I feel
combo.
like she just isn't a great performer. Like the energy, like kind of Travis Scott's performance is insane. He's hyped up. I think of Ice Spice, just like all right.
I was just looking at her wig, like her
Yeah,
hair.
she's
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
I
that's
think she's
good.
beautiful.
she,
like
Yeah.
she looked really hot.
gorgeous up there.
Then
No,
we-
the silky press out wig. Come on, Bailey. That looks good. Like when it dangles like down on her.
Oh,
back.
she had the long wig.
She like
Yeah.
reminded me of my
Yeah.
brat styles, like the magic hair brat styles.
Yes.
I was like, I just want to like pick it up and play.
You gotta
with
give
it.
the credit where it's due.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm gonna. If I don't have anything nice to say, I'm not. I can't.
I get it.
I can't.
I get it. I respect that.
I
I
understand.
can't.
I
I
feel like-
respect you guys' opinions.
Yeah.
Did anything else happen at the Uber party? I don't think so.
Oh, that was just crazy.
That's
Then we
wild.
went to the Spotify and FanDuel party. I was
Ooh.
like very drunk at this point. I had 3 dirty martinis at the Uber party, and I've been trying to get off dirty martinis, so we'll push pin that for later. We go to the Spotify FanDuel party. I'm like, Cha, like record me like going onto the carpet. I didn't know that in the press room, Gronk was there. He puts his hand right in
front of
his
my
face. It's so bad. He goes, yeah, nice try or whatever. I
Yeah.
like watched the video.
No way.
They weren't even trying to record
I'm like, are
you.
you even
I was
doing it?
trying to get like an aesthetic video of me like strutting onto the carpet. I didn't know Gronk's big ass was going to be there. And I wish I did because I would have asked him for a picture, but whatever.
Oh my God,
I
he's
just
a big man.
He's a big boy.
No, that's a big,
Big
man.
I can't believe Gronk needed to humble himself.
And then we did
crazy.
Then we did the red carpet, and then we go out and Meg the Stallion's performing. And she looks incredible. Like her abs are like glistening in like a little sweat. She's wearing like the cutest outfit. I put up a sign on my forehead that says hot girl shit. She sees it. She goes, yeah, it's real hot girl shit. And right next to us is Flava Flav.
You're fucking kidding. The biggest Swiftie.
Yep. He is blacked out of his mind, I think. He looks drunk. I was drunk.
He didn't make up one word.
I'm also so sad. So this photographer comes by and starts taking pictures of me and Charlie. And I just look at Charlie and go, should we make out?
Oh,
and he takes the hottest photo. Like Charlie's like jawline looks like it could like cut open a box. And we've never seen it. I guess they didn't upload it to Getty.
No.
Yeah.
It was really sad. Sad piggy.
I remember him showing it to us. I'm like,
We both gasped.
look
We were like, but yeah, I guess Getty Images didn't want to approve that one.
Yeah.
Super Bowl weekend is like the weekend to see every celebrity. You saw Megan the Stallion. That's actually wild.
We basically got to go to like 5 free concerts.
Yeah, I
like
bet.
it was nuts. So then we try to go back to Pesh, the restaurant we were at on Thursday. It doesn't work out, so we go to this place called Emerald's or whatever. At this point, I'm a little banged up. Like by a little, I mean like there's not much left to the night for me. Like I'm fucked up. I decide at this Emerald's place, I get an Aperol Spritz.
like Emerald Lagasse.
yeah.
That's what I was
Literally,
thinking.
yeah, it's Emerald. I didn't even know they had one down there.
Yeah, we walk like it's a nice ass restaurant.
Yeah, very nice.
We sit down at the bar. I go, I'll take an Aperol Spritz.
Oh.
Hallie and Jazz come to meet up with us, but they're at a dinner, so they send their boyfriends to meet up with us. So Reed and Kevin come. Reed and Kevin are just hanging out with me and Charlie. We're like fucked up. Like me, Reed, and Kevin are doing shots, like having a blast. I had an Aperol Spritz, an espresso martini, and then I think I had 3 shots, 4
Yeah.
shots.
Damn, Brandon.
It was.
I don't know.
It was. Yeah, I think it was 4.
And I already had 3 dirty martinis
Yeah.
after that. Yep. So
Yeah.
I'm like
Full rip.
I'm like wrecked at this rate. Hallie and Jazz come, and then we try to go to this Don Julio party, and this is where you're gonna have to fill in because
Yeah,
I don't.
this is where it went downhill.
This is where it went downhill. I lose my Gucci sunglasses.
No.
Who's the
At
Gucci
this
sunglasses?
point, I throw on this wig.
Yes, you have to
I'll
put on
put
for
it
a
on.
visual.
So we got these wigs at the wig store
Yes.
in New Orleans East. Jennifer, our sales associate, was great. I throw on this wig. I go, look, I'm Hallie Kate. And like we're all just having a ball. So keep in mind that everything you hear from this point on, I'm wearing.
He's
this
wearing the wig. He's wearing the wig.
So
yeah.
we go to the Don Julio event, and what was it? It was just like a long line that we didn't. want to wait
It was a
in.
long line. We were not getting into the Don Julio party.
Right.
And then Hallie and Jazz, the whole crew left, so it's just us 2. So we go across the street to a bar, and mind you, I feel like my patience is running very low at this point.
What
Fans
time
like,
of night is this?
huh?
What time of night is this?
It's like 11, maybe 11:30, maybe 12.
Maybe 12.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting at the bar.
Oh my God, this smells so bad.
And yeah, that is actually true. No, I'm kidding. We're sitting at the bar, and so yeah, my patience is running very thin with him, and it never does. I'm always fine. It was a weird night, and we were at the bar, and we're trying to find Ubers to this next place. I forget where we were going, and I was like, all right, what are we doing? I'm getting an Uber, he's getting an Uber. I'm like, we got to figure this out. And I was like, Brand, like, what are we doing? He's like, Uber. I'm like, oh no! I slam my phone in the bar. I'm like. I jump out of the seat. I run out of the bar. I'm like, you're not going to talk to me that way. And then he's in his wig, running out of the bar. Charlie. I'm like, oh my God. I turn around. I'm like, and my Italian came right out of me.
Ripped
I was like,
me a new
I was
one.
like, you're not going to speak to me that way. I'm like, you're a bitch. Like my hands
Clocked.
pointing.
You
Like, I
get
start
ghetto.
Vein coming
the
out.
vein
the
coming out of the
forehead.
head. I am pissed. And then we start like it's like coming down a little bit. And then Brand smacks this water behind on a table that's just sitting there outside. And then he starts running away across the street. And I'm like, what is he doing? So now I'm running across the street trying to get him. And then he's like, comes back and goes, I feel like that was like a little bit of drama. I'm like, yeah, that was crazy. What are we doing? Like, let's just talk through this. It's not that deep. We need to talk to each other normally, and then we'll get through it. I'm very understanding.
I was on his spaceship. Like I
Yeah.
had no idea
Yeah.
what was going on.
Yeah, and mind you guys, I'm sober, completely sober, like doing this. So like, it got to a point. That's all it
Gets to a
was.
point.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
one point, Brandon texted me and he goes, it was late at night, and he goes, Charlie and I got into a fight, and he briefly explains the fight, and I go, Brendan, you're in the wrong.
Yeah.
And he goes, I know. What was the point?
No, but it was so funny because like then we go to this gay bar and I was blacked out, but I was just remember being like so petty. And I'm like talking to this guy. I go, let's ditch him. Like about Charlie. I'm like, let's get away from him. Like, which is just so fucking rude. The way we're in a different city with just the two of us. I'm like, I'm over him. Like, whatever.
Just nasty.
Yep, just nasty. So, but I think Charlie ends up ditching me. Like,
Yeah, I found someone who I haven't seen in so literally since I was like a little kid. So it was
Wow.
actually really nice to catch
What a
up.
coincidence.
Really
love
wholesome
that.
moment.
So he leaves. I go back to this Tulane student's house. He's a 5th year, 23. Mhm. You know, not my best.
Wait, what?
Yeah, not my
Come on,
best.
dog.
Fifth year 23? That don't make no damn
I'm
sense.
28. Yeah, it does. 18's first year, 19 second.
Okay, so
20,
no, I've been out of college for a while, so I didn't realize the ages.
Fuck you. Anyway, at
So
4
next
in the
day- oh,
morning,
never mind.
at 4 in the morning, I wake up in this stinky ass bedroom. I'm like in like a frat house, basically. I'm like, what is going on? And I'm like, oh my God, it's starting to hit me. My Gucci glasses are nowhere to be found. I cussed out Charlie, apparently. I'm like, what if I checked Charlie's location immediately? I'm like, he's definitely at the airport. He's leaving.
And it was a thought. Like, it was a heavy thought. I'm like,
I was like,
we have 2 more days after this? No, I
I
don't
was
care.
like, he hates me. So I get the fuck out of there. I like walk into the country and full, hey, how you doing? Like at 5 in the morning, I'm like, what's up? Like, how are you? Whatever. He sleeps. We sleep really late the next day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like we sleep until 12, which we needed.
We needed sleep.
Uh-huh. We wake up and I was like, so that last night, like, sorry, babes. And we
Yeah, we were
squashed
good.
it. We were like, let's just go have a day. And boy, did we.
Is this Super Bowl yet?
No. This is Saturday, but low-key, like, this was like kind of the most fun day.
Yeah, Saturday was
So
crazy.
we go and we meet up with Jemmy from New Orleans, Real World New Orleans, and the Challenge.
Love her.
Obsessed with her. She takes us to like the oldest bar in New Orleans and we get a purple drink. It's like a very historic thing. We do street interviews with Trishelle from the Real World
Oh
and
my
the Trader
God.
season 2. We're having a blast. Then Jemmy takes us to Coyote Ugly, which is like the most fun bar I've ever been to in my
wanna
life.
go there.
Like
Best.
these people are dancing on the bar. They're making me drinks out of this like dick drink. They're pouring water down Charlie's throat. Like we're just having the best time. I fall in love with this 6-year-old named Mark.
Right.
And then we leave and we go to the gay bars again. And I'm like good brand flakes. Like I'm like fun drunk. I buy everybody a green tea shot. I make out with this married couple who are both gay, like whatever.
Oh.
Then we like meet this guy named Holden and we take him to dinner with us. I don't remember anything about dinner, but I remember it like tasting really yummy. I make out with Holden at dinner. Like I'm just kissing everybody at this point, like whatever. Then like we leave and we have this like really nice Uber driver, Davon, drive us home. And he's like, oh, if you guys like want to go back to the city right away, like I'll wait outside the hotel for you and drive you back. And we're like, great, love that. We run into our hotel room, do a quick change.
Wow.
Yeah, he was so nice. He waits
So nice.
I can see right out the country and I'm like, yep, his car's still here. I come out with $40 in cash that I got out the strip club. I go, here you go, Davon. And he drives us back. And then what did we do that night? Oh,
Wow, sure.
we went to the Maxim party.
Yeah.
Which was insane. Our dear friend Adrian Hardy, who always helps us out here in Philly, promoter king, he's like, come to the Maxim party with me. I'm like, okay. Adrian is this little like diva. He's like, make sure Brand gets to walk the carpet. I get to walk the red carpet. He goes, make sure Brand's backstage.
Adrian makes things happen.
Yeah, he makes things
Every
happen.
time.
Really does.
I'm backstage. Timbaland performs. Performs is a strong word, but he was there and he was speaking into the microphone. I don't know what drugs he was on, but he was somewhat lucid.
Yeah.
And he sang a full set. Like he was singing "Say It Right." He was singing
Yeah.
"Promiscuous."
Wow.
Like if Nelly
was a good
Furtado had
hour.
been there, it would have been great. Yeah, no, he had like an hour long. It was the Eras tour. I was like, are we in Evermore yet? Like what's going on?
didn't stop.
babes? It didn't stop. Then Loud Luxury comes on. They throw on the wig. They're so fun. They're so hot.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we had a great time.
That was so much fun. The best part about that night too, for me, my old boss was in the crowd watching me on stage. The thing. I'm like, she's like, hey, I see you. And I'm like, on the top. Like this is really actually bad.
Yeah, then we like go to Boot and Scoot, which is like another like it was very Nashville-esque. Like I ride the bull in my wig. Charles' feet were falling off at this point. He was
I
like
took off my shoes in the
Charles
middle of Bourbon
literally
Street.
walking Bourbon Street in socks. His feet hurt so bad.
right,
I was like,
right,
this
right.
is feral. We got to wrap it up.
Yeah.
And then we finally have the Super Bowl, which was amazing.
So
So much fun. We crushed it. We won. It was
Yeah.
so amazing being there. I loved that the stadium was indoors, the way we were fully air
Oh,
conditioned.
yeah, Superdome.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing. 12 out of 10 experience.
Yeah.
That was New Orleans.
It was the best trip ever. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Then we came back
Oh.
and went right into it. I went right to New York, and then we had our podcast live show on Thursday.
Yeah, it was good.
It was really fun.
Wait, I was gonna say me and Lindsay watched the Super Bowl, but
Oh shit! Fuck yeah. Wait, sorry. Cut. What did you guys do for the Super
Yeah,
Bowl?
so Lindsay and I stayed back in the lovely city of Philadelphia, which was great. We went to Crystal Tea Ballroom. I liked it. We had open bar, food.
Hell
It
yeah.
was a smashing good time. My only thing is like I like to watch the commercials, so like I think just next year I have to be like in a home or something. Just 'cause
Let
I
the
want,
music just go on during
yeah,
commercials.
which was fine, but it was also nice being there when the Kendrick performance was on because like I feel like everyone was just watching like a concert and it was like good.
Yeah.
What do you think, Linz?
I didn't. Well, I was in a little drama that day, so I
Right.
was in a different planet, on a different planet. I'm on the planet now because I literally can't talk. But the Super Bowl was good. I always mostly care about the halftime performance, so loved Kendrick. Thought he ate down. Serena Williams, crip walking. Samuel L. Jackson. Like it was just blackety blickety blick, and I loved it. 10 out of 10. So yeah.
No, we did storm the streets afterwards.
Wait, that is one thing I want to say. To all of you who not are on Broad, but the Broad Street adjacents, that is like a special power that you have, being able to like wiggle through those crowds to the point where even when we won the Super Bowl, I was like, I'm never doing this again. Like the parade afterwards, I was like, I will not be attending this. Like the thought of being trampled is just.
It was full.
wild.
Like we were like, because Lindsay also, you're like, oh, I want to go in the mix a little bit more.
I really did.
And I was like, I know you do, but I was like, I want to show you how it's gonna get. Like I want to show you.
Was
how
it worse than when it was in 2017?
like equivalent?
2018?
But before, remember how like they had like the side, you can go on the sidewalks. They had the sidewalks guarded off, so like everyone was really stuck on the streets, and that got messy. They were still shooting off the fireworks in the middle, but like they wouldn't let people on the sidewalk, so it was just so like narrow.
People were tripping over the guardrails. It was a true safety hazard.
Yeah.
Like it was really bad.
We saw what we need to see. We
Yeah,
got
I
it
saw and I
good.
saw and I pieced out.
Yeah.
I was all set on that.
Yeah.
Oh Lord! And then
But the live show was a blast.
Oh, wait, that was Thursday.
Then we had our
show.
live show last weekend. Let's recap last weekend now. So we're at Thursday. It was a great time. We had a sexy, raunchy Valentine's Day themed show. I think the
Yeah.
crowd liked it.
Thanks to the
was
girlies who
hot.
came out.
Yeah.
You like it,
hot.
y'all?
Yeah, what did
I
you think
loved
as an
it.
audience member?
It was so good. You guys did such a great job. I think you guys were really engaged. The audience was engaged. It was a lot of fun. It's so like crazy seeing you guys up there. I was just so proud of you guys. It was so
Thanks,
amazing.
King.
I will say one thing. I was wasted on stage. I didn't realize how drunk I was until I stood up. I said, "Oh my god!" Like that was crazy.
After the first live show, I remember I had like 2 drinks because I remember I was like the only one like actively sipping on stage. Like my drink was gone. I remember I was like, "Ooh, I like that." So exactly for this live show, I'm like, I'm gonna get blasted.
Yeah.
And it just felt so. Right.
The first live show was obviously like super special, but I liked how like this one was a lot more like casual. I feel like there was a lot less pressure on us to kind of like feel like we needed to like do anything. Like I feel like we were just more ourselves, and like we had already done it once before. So I don't know. I thought it went like, for me, I enjoyed this one a lot more.
Yeah.
It felt more intimate too.
It
I
felt
don't know
more
if you said that,
intimate. It was really like, I love Vinyl was the venue. It was amazing. Yeah. And then Friday we had the Super Bowl parade. I went for like all of 10 minutes. It was amazing. I was staying at the Bellevue. So I walked out literally without knowing at the perfect time. I walked out.
really?
The floats came by like 10 minutes after I walked out, and I walked right back in. I was like, great. Then I went to lunch at Park, had a great time. Then I had my cheetah party at Barstool. I was fucked up. I was really fucked up. Chaw had an anxiety attack.
I had a whole anxiety attack. I had to dip out of there real quick. My arm was going numb.
That's
literally
crazy.
numb. I never get anxiety like that. It was weird. It was closing in, but it was fun. It was fun. It was close.
Oh,
I'll
you
last
poor
it.
thing.
Yeah, so I drank that day from 4 p.m. to midnight. I was shot out. I put in a whole shift. I was like, this is crazy.
You had a week.
I had a week.
Yeah.
I went from
I don't know
New
how you do
Orleans
that. I don't know
to
how
New
you
York
do it.
City. I just like, I'm going to try out for Survivor. Like, I really think I
should.
You should.
I woke up on Saturday. I went to the gym at the Bellevue. I crushed my workout. I did
Period.
sauna, steam room, swam laps, walked 5 miles. Like I was running. I was like, I'm on speed. Like, I'm just going for it at this point. Like, it was great.
I had a mentee bee. I feel like, so yesterday or Saturday night, we went to Ambrosia for dinner. All of us were there. And it was absolutely scrumptious, delicious. But it's a BYO. And every single time that I go to a BYO, I end up getting BY blacked out. And it was just so rough for me because I had been drinking Thursday, Friday, now Saturday. And I'm sitting here looking at Brandon like, how is your body accomplishing this? And why isn't mine on the same wave? Because I used to be good. And I don't know what's happening to me.
I agree. My body used to take it. I feel like sick today. Like
Me
I
too.
feel like
I feel sick today,
I
too.
feel hungover
I
today.
have to cough. Sorry.
Oh wow.
Can we leave that?
No, I like woke up this morning like actually feeling like I got hit by a bus, and I had a gentleman over last night. And when we woke up this
You really
morning,
did do that?
oh, I did that, yeah. When we woke up this morning, he was like, "What's wrong? Like, you seem kind of sick." I was like, "Yeah, like I don't know, like I feel like I'm coming down with something." He was like respiratory, and I was like, "Yeah, honestly, like I smoked a lot of drunk cigs this weekend." He was like, "Do you want to take Doxy Prep?" I was like, "What's that?" And he was like, "Oh, like it will like help you with your like respiratory." I was like, "Oh my god, give it." He leaves. An hour later, I'm like washing my dishes, and I feel so nauseous, like out of control nauseous. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I feel hungover and I haven't drank in 48 hours, a new record for me. And all of a sudden, I throw up. Like, I projectile vomit, like straight bile in my sink. And
Let me ask you this one more time. Did you clean it up?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I'm doing my
you were doing
dishes.
dishes,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was. Luckily, it was like perfect timing. Like, I couldn't hold it. I was like, wait. I was like, is this really happening? I can't remember the last time I've thrown up sober. Like,
You've thrown up in your sink twice.
well, no, this was my first time in my kitchen sink.
No, but that's hilarious. Like, you and sinks are not.
No, I'm like literally washing one of the Aperol Spritz glasses from the pregame the other night, and I would go, "Oop, oop, oop." And I was like, oh my, and I felt so much better after. Then I drank an Unwell hydration, and I felt great.
Wait, can I say one thing about your Aperol Spritzes? So Brandon had us over for a little girls' night. I'm going out of order. I don't know which night this was. Saturday.
That was on the same night.
And it was, number one, very lovely. Like, you really put your thing together. I loved it. But Aperol Spritzes, like, Bailey and I have never liked them. And now we both love them. And it's like, I literally think you put me on.
That is my drink. When I tell you I had 8 of them at Barstool on Friday, it gets me like the best drunk. Like, I'm just really happy, which I've always said champagne gets me the most, like my favorite drunk. And Aperol Spritz, Aperol, Prosecco, or whatever. And I just like feel amazing. And I'm just like, I never get sick from them. It's my drink. Yeah. Like, I can't wait for the summer. Like, that's like when you're supposed to drink them. But like, I think they're a year-round drink. I was bawling. Yeah. I had a blast on Saturday, by the way. Like, after Ambrosia, we go to Ladder. Smashing good time. The servers there are feeding us green tea shots like it's just like their job. Every time I turn around, green tea, green tea, green tea. I had a blast at. I mean, I was fucked up. Like, I was pretty blasted at that point, but like having a great time in the DJ booth, like playing all our anthems. And then we went to the Winston. And somehow, once again, I'm always the last one to stay out. The girls leave me. I'm like, I'm gonna stay. I got a bottle service at the Winston for no reason. I was just like, yeah, let's get a bottle. No I was like, yeah, like vodka. You guys want vodka? So I'm like, yeah, let's get vodka. Pulls out a bottle of vodka. I'm having a great time. Honestly, like, I can't complain. Like, I think the Winston's a blast.
Love the Winston.
Yeah, then I went to bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, the weekend was great. It was a smashing hit.
It
was fun.
I feel like this is all this party talk. I feel like it's a great way to segue into our guest today, our little queen bee. And Charlie here is sober.
Yes.
He's a sober queen. But like, tell us about it. Like, when did this start? I know you made a few TikToks about it for the people who don't know you or don't know what's going on.
So yeah, I'm over 2 years sober. I think it's like 2 and it's
That's
absolutely
amazing.
crazy.
It's amazing.
I was the worst drunk ever. Like, I was a binge drinker, so I would drink a lot in a night. I was just so messy, it was just bad. But it was like kind of trickling into like my relationships with my family, my friends, like career, everything. It was just getting really just bad. And it was my birthday week over 2 years ago, and I literally peed all over my mom's floor. And she sat me down on my birthday and was like, listen, like, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I think like you need to like figure this out. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. And I think it's the best way to act, like to confront someone. It's just like, listen, I can't tell you what to do. I'm not gonna be like, stop drinking, because then someone's gonna, like, they're gonna want to rebel. But I like listened to her. I'm like, she's right. Like, my life is, I'm leaving my mom's basement. I have no money. I have nothing to, like, I have nothing. And I literally told her, I'm like, all right, I'm done. And I'm done like vaping. I'm done everything. And I haven't drank since. And it's the best decision I literally ever made in my entire life. Like now I own a business. I have great relationships with all my friends, my family. Like there's respect there. You know what I mean? And I think people can take me more serious now in ways that like I haven't been before. But it was out of control. So
do you think you gained more friends or lost them? Because I feel like it does like happen.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think I wouldn't say gained. I mean, I guess I gained you guys too, but I think that's a result of being sober. But maybe I think it showed light to how people like where people were in my life. Like your mind gets so clear. Like I think chemically from it, I don't know, but I started seeing through people like, oh, that's not real. Like, that person's moving weird. I think started moving differently. But I don't think I lost friends because of it. I think all my friends are actually happy that it happened because they never once were like, oh, we want Charlie to get drunk. Like no one once said that. But it was I think it just created a better relationship with my friends that I've had.
Did you know before your mom sat you down that you had a problem? Like obviously I just talked about I threw up in the ladder bathroom. Like I'm not going to do that every weekend. But like, did you ever have a point where you looked at yourself and you're like, this isn't cute? Like
Yeah, I think I always felt that way, but it's just like, fuck it. I'm going to keep going. Like, why not? Like, it just didn't stop. You know what I mean? So it's a cycle. And you like during the week, I'm always like, I'm done. I'm not going to drink this weekend. And the weekend hits, I'm like, ripping it.
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, were you drinking every day?
No.
Just on the weekends?
Just on the weekends. I would say like Thursday to Saturday.
Yeah.
But it was just a lot. But it wasn't so much I wasn't taking a lot. It was just the actions that were coming out of me. Like it wasn't who I am. I'm such a sweet, down to earth guy, and I feel like it was making me nasty and rude and just like unbearable for my friends, it was just bad. So it just got to the point where it's just like you gotta chill out.
No, you go.
Do you have any? A lot of people are very sober curious, and I know that like our generation technically people glorify drinking, and I feel like it can be really difficult to go out and not drink. Like, what would you say to someone who is maybe looking to be more sober or doesn't want to drink?
Yeah, that's a great. This is what I tell everyone, and I think you have to want it. Like if you don't want to drink in a night, then don't drink that night. Literally, you could still go out, but if I never like it's hard to like, give people any advice because it's really like it's a lifestyle and you have to really want it. So if you're like curious of doing it, try it out for a night, see how you like it. It's like a bicycle. Like, you're gonna fall a couple times, you're gonna get back up, you're gonna fall again, but eventually you'll learn how to ride the bike and you'll be completely good with it. It's all in here.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Was it like hard to go out at first? Like, were you scared to go to a bar? Were you scared to go to a club? Like, what was that like?
No, I wasn't scared to go out. I just think it was an adjustment. It was kind of weird because now you're watching everyone be drunk around you and it's really different. I think like it was more difficult for me to like talk to people.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I have such a bubbly personality, and I think it was just accepting, like, dude, like you can do whatever you want, just do it. Yeah. It takes time. It really does take time. So like if you're going out a couple like for the first time like sober, don't expect it to be perfect because it's not.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on? I know you love your iced teas.
Oh, I love my iced tea.
What are your thoughts on like the non-alcoholic wines or like the non-alcoholic spirits? Like, have you tried those?
Yeah, I tried them. I don't see the point.
Okay.
For me, I'm just like, okay, like, oh,
it's like
why are we doing this? Like, to me, it's just, it doesn't make any sense. I'm not drinking you drink beer to get drunk. Like, you're drinking because you want to get drunk. Right. You want to feel something. Why am I drinking just weed? Like, it's kind of.
Tastes like alcohol?
Yeah, it tastes just like.
Ew.
Yeah, the best Guinness has a really good like non-alcoholic beer, but like again, like who wants to drink Guinness like that?
Yeah, I don't like the.
But it's the wines. It's just weird. It's not weird. It's just not for me.
And I remember you shared on TikTok like you kind of thought like dry January was like pointless. Can
you
like explain to that a little bit?
Yeah, it's a hot take. I just feel like you might feel good, but it really does take a couple months for your body to adjust to it. And like if you want to get sober, you should just stay with it. Because 1 month is really, it's not gonna do much for you. You're gonna feel good, and then what? You're gonna go right back to it. You might as well just keep going, or maybe just be more responsible with it. Like, that's it.
Right.
It doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm going sober for the dry January. It's like, all right, like it's kind of beat down.
Would you get really bad anxiety when you drink?
Oh the worst. Like my arm would go numb. Like my heart would be palpitating. Yeah, I would think I was dying. Literally.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was weird.
And you don't have to answer this. Did you like lose anybody when you were drinking? Like, was there a friendship that you were like never really able to like recover, or like a relationship? Would you say, or was everyone kind of like?
No, I think I don't think that.
Okay.
I think it just I think people know who I am, and I think they knew that I was just drunk, but it's not an excuse. Like get your shit together, and I did. So I mean, that's kind of what it is now.
Oh, well, we're proud of you.
Thanks, guys.
And it's really crazy too, and like so admirable that like you're able to like be best friends with me, because I'm obviously like a big partier, and I like to go out and stuff, and like I don't know, you're very like, you're non-judgmental. You're always, I've literally asked Shaw before, I'm like, do you think I have a drinking problem? And you're like, no, you're fine. Like I've literally asked you before, like for advice and input. And I've always like, I really appreciate that as you as a friend. Like, and it's nice to like know that you're sober and like, you're not going to let anything bad happen to me.
No, I can see everything.
Yeah.
I watch every move everyone makes.
Yeah. If you,
In a good way. It doesn't have to be negative.
yeah.
I love it. I almost said inspires me. It inspires me though, because I feel like sometimes like when I go out sober, if like or if the alcohol's just not hitting me, I have a miserable time.
Yeah.
But you have such a jolly, grand old time.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me just be a positive Polly and just get my ass.
Hell
out
yeah.
Those damn
I had
iced
so
teas.
much fun. I remember everything too, and all these experiences, like all these trips that we've been going on, like they're amazing. They're experiences that you want to like to remember and take with you forever. And it's just so cool that I can do this and be in these rooms with these type of people and experience it. It's such a different feeling. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it. Can you explain piggy
Yes.
to us?
Yes. I call everyone little piggy.
Snort
But
again.
I don't know where it came from, honestly, but I think it's a
gay term.
It's a gay term.
It's like,
But it's just easy to say, like, oh, like I'm a clean piggy right now. And I do, like, I feel like I'm a clean piggy.
you're a podcast piggy.
A podcast piggy.
Podcast piggy.
It's just fun. I
is
think made a
fun.
TikTok the other day. I'm like, hey piggies, and it's cute. Yeah. Piggy, 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 piggy.
Brandon, sometimes Charles will just send like a voice memo of him just going, and Brandon will send one back like,
No, they're the best.
And then your like random rap outburst.
Oh, you have to do it.
Can you give us one?
It just breaks the silence.
Can you give us one right
Never
now?
fucked Wayne, I never fucked Drake.
Girl.
Wait, I'm a huge barb, so all my outbreaks are Nikki.
What was the one you did?
Uber
What was the one you did in the Uber?
Oh, wait, what was the one I did in the Uber?
It's the one where you're like, what?
I'm a bad bitch and I fuck good.
Yeah.
Period.
It was just complete sound. Like, come on, bro.
I'm
I
done.
love it.
Okay, let's talk about what's on everyone's TikTok for you page.
So I'm chronically online, and it's this is so niche, but it's like it's like AI generated. Well, first off, I love those AI generated videos. First, they're like yes, like the cats and the idiot stuff. Like that's what I need to be using AI for. But it'll be like waking up as Cleopatra. Or it's like waking up as you're a worker on the Titanic. It's the last day. It's like a POV. I love that shit. Like your last day, like you're on like Chernobyl. I was like, this is the best thing.
coal miner.
Yes, I was supposed to coal miner the other day. No, when I tell you like that is the best use of artificial intelligence we have been doing. Like keep it as that.
That's
That's what I need.
That is so you. My FYP is all drama, and I'm starting to feel like I'm becoming out of touch because like the things that people are getting mad about, I just like don't get mad about, and I'm like kind of scared
What
to
you
talk
saying?
about it. But like, I like didn't think the Poppy Super Bowl vending machine was that deep. Like
I didn't see it.
everyone was really mad that Poppy sent influencers Super Bowl like vending machines for the Super Bowl, and they're like $25,000 machines. And it's not like you got to keep them. They popped up at your house, and everyone's just like, listen.
Oh, you couldn't keep them?
No, you couldn't keep them. They just popped up, and you like I guess like we're supposed to do a video with them. They emailed me to do it, but I was in New Orleans. But everyone was outraged. Like this one girl like made this whole video about just being like, this is so disgusting and all this stuff. And listen, I get it. It is out of touch. We are in like a recession. Like it's hard to see brands throw that amount of money like in the faces. And I don't think it was smart marketing necessarily for Poppy, but I'm like, I feel like there's a lot of other things that we could be outraged about right now. And like this just like isn't it. And I guess because I'm from the industry, it's like, okay, Poppy spent $25,000 on a vending machine. Like, guys, like, you would be sick to your stomach if you know what other brands are spending on other things. And granted, it might not be as front facing as a vending machine, but like, that's just the way marketing works. It's just the way that business works. It's shitty, but that is what it is. So that's, I think, where I get this from, like, as a content creator perspective. There's another big influencer who's in a lot of controversy right now. I don't feel like talking about or getting into it, but like, at what point, like, do we decide, okay, what do we want out of these people after they make a mistake? Like, because it genuinely seems like a lot of people are like, once you make one mistake, you're done, and we don't want to hear it, because people will make an apology. And granted, some of these apologies are trash. Like, some of these apologies, it's like, girl, how did you not get your publicist to read this over before you sent it out? But at the same time, like, what did you want from these people? Like, because I don't think I've ever seen a comment section of any person's apology where it's been like, we accept you and you're learning and you're growing. It's always just, nah, my fam, we're out, my squad, we're out. And it's like, the mob mentality, like, when people get canceled, like, really icks me out. It's like, I always had a bad feeling about this one. It's like, no, you didn't. You just didn't like her, and now that she's getting canceled, you want to hop on her. Like, I thought the Poppy CEO's apology was mid. I didn't think it was amazing. I didn't think it was terrible. But I'm like, at the same time, I guess because I worked at GoPuff and we worked really closely with Poppy, and like, I watched that brand like develop from such a small female-owned business to what it is now. Like, I fuck with her. Like, I think she's like, and I think Poppy's delicious. I think Poppy's been super kind to me. I've done brand partnerships with them. I don't know. I just watched it and I was like, this is like kind of too much. Like, Kim, there's people dying. Like, we have a lot going on in the world, a lot. And you guys are making TikTok videos about the Poppy vending machine. Like, that to me seems out of touch. Like, okay, be annoyed about it and don't give Poppy your business. You don't need to like go on, like, I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong way. So my For You page has been a lot of drama. Wow. Anything on yours, Tal?
Drama. Bad Baby, Alabama Barker. Stop. All over it. I'm like kind of into it. I'm always team Bad Baby though. I love her. All right.
UT flip.
I'm freaking.
Okay, my immunity necklace this week. I think the phrase mean girl energy has been taken way too far. I think when people started saying mean girl energy, it was a very progressive phrase calling out mean girls for being mean girls. And recently, I feel like now it is actually setting back feminism and is actually turning girls against each other, because now if you're a woman and you clap back at someone or you say something that maybe isn't so polite but you wanted to say it, you're a mean girl. You're mean girl energy. This is giving mean girl energy. It's like, no, it's not. Just because a girl defends herself doesn't mean she's a fucking mean girl. Just because a girl doesn't like another girl doesn't mean she's a mean girl. Just because a girl is calling out another girl that was a mean girl to her doesn't make her a mean girl. Like, it's gotten to the point where I'm like, every comment section I read, it's like, this is giving mean girl energy. I'm like, no, it's not. She's talking shit, sure. But like, we all talk shit. It's like, everyone on the internet right now has this like holier than thou attitude, as if you're not all assholes. We're all assholes. Like, shut the fuck up. So that's my immunity necklace this week. Silence.
No, I feel like that was my FYP. Like, that's why I love the girl. Like, she just like speaks her truth. Like, you can't be bullied and then not say anything. Like, sack up. What, are you gonna let someone punch you in the face and not hit him back? Of course you're not. You're either gonna hit him back or press charges.
Also,
that doesn't make you mean. Get your bag. We're lick
sorry, like, bring back pettiness. Sometimes it's fun to be petty. Sometimes it's entertaining. Like, I love that everyone's so nice these days, but it's fake.
No one's nice.
It's fake because no one's nice.
That's my immunity necklace. I just talked, Bailey and I just had a little kiki prior to the podcast, and I've just been seeing so many things specifically about the two of us, the both of us. And just like people spending their time being mean about like our faces or what we're saying or how you feel about something that I've expressed, like, shut up. I'm not saying,
fuck you. Like,
no, dead ass.
Like, fuck you bitches. I'm so tired of it.
Like, if I'm not saying anything sexist, homophobic, racist, problematic, horrible, shut up. Because if I want to say, oh, I think that a Pittsburgh salad is called a Pittsburgh salad, you don't need to come back and tell me how stupid I am. I don't live in Pittsburgh. So no, you can educate me kindly in the comments without being an absolute asshole. Like, and that's a
They can
that's a
suck
light
our
example.
dicks from the back and do some good
Ooh.
research or watch the full episode. It says the full thing. They're only taking stuff from clips. Also, that's so goddamn annoying.
It's the worst.
No, commenting on someone's appearance is also never okay. Like,
Yeah.
that's not mean. That's hateful, and like that's not gonna make you look any better. Yeah, like it's just bizarre energy.
For the first time in my whole life, I have a TikTok sitting in my drafts explaining to people, like one of the searches on Brandon's video was so offensive to my face, and I'm making a video explaining what's wrong with my face.
I wish you didn't have to do that though, because you don't owe anyone an explanation.
I don't have to do that, but it's like at the end of the day, like, do you feel good about what you just said? Like, genuinely, sometimes you have to slap people where it hurts and be like, that expression that you hate, like you're a mean girl. Sometimes you are a mean girl.
I hate when people are so demanding. Like even
So demanding.
I'll post my story. I'm like a food that I cooked, and like guys who I've not talked to in literally months cook for me. No. Why would
That will work on
why
me.
would I cook for you? But even
So
like
I'd be like,
even
okay.
with my career, like I own a staffing agency, so people like find me a job. Like no, like
Ew.
ask politely. Be like why can't people just say hello, how are you, and be professional with like when they want something? Why does it have to be like this, like so demanding? That's mine, honestly.
I would
Stop being
just
demanding.
never go to New York City and DM a New York City influencer being like, where should I get dinner?
Right.
I'll find a place myself.
Right,
Like,
right.
I'll look up restaurants on TikTok. Bailey does it every year for
do.
vacation. She finds
Yeah.
the most amazing restaurant. I know she's not fucking DMing anybody asking for a recommendation.
Research.
It's fine. I don't mind. I do know good spots. I consider myself someone who's lived here for
A savant.
10 plus years. I do know good. Yeah, thank you. But at the same time, girl, I have put it out to the public that you can find your shit. Makes me so mad. Speaking of recommendations, anyone have an unsolicited recommendation? Mine shut the fuck up for the second week in a row.
I don't know if I talked about this on the other ones, but y'all gotta tap into Severance.
Yeah.
I know I've said it in real life, but it is such a damn good show, and I finally just caught up on it. And Yellow Jackets, that's a new season that's out, so tap into that.
I started Summer House
Oh,
yesterday.
White Lotus is out.
I need to watch it still. I need to catch
Yeah.
up. I started Summer House yesterday, and it is great background TV. Very mindless,
Really?
really funny. Lindsay and I were just watching. I was like, there's not that much drama, at least not yet. But like, I was just like giggling. Like they talk like us. Like
okay.
it's just very like feels like. I guess since we're like older now, it feels nice to watch people on reality TV that are like kind of in their 30s because I feel like most of the too hot to handles of it all are like all 22-year-old hotties. Like these people are like older, they work full-time jobs, they go to the Hamptons on the weekends. It's like a really cool concept. I started from season 8. I can't go all the way back to season 1. Half that cast ain't even on the show anymore. I'll get there. But
Wait, I'll
but
tap
I'm
in.
superficially watching it. I think that Sierra from The Traitors is the prettiest person I've ever
She's
seen.
so
and I'd
hot.
like to see more of her now that if you watch The Traitors, you know.
yeah,
So
she's so hot.
I can't get into like reality TV like that for some reason.
I think you would like this. It's very
Yeah.
mindless. Like it's good. Like I had it on while I was working today, and I was like, "This is great" because I can like not really pay attention, but also fully be aware of what's going on in the show.
I just feel like for example, Jersey Shore, like my show, love it. I just
Yeah.
think I could relate to it for some reason. Like it was, I don't think now the reality shows, I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
No, that's why I liked this one though, because it
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of like a classier Jersey Shore,
Okay,
because
love.
it's in the Hamptons, and it's just like,
Love.
yeah, I really enjoy it. So I guess that's my unsolicited rec. Trying to think if I have anything else.
Sit on the couch, watch TV.
Yeah. I wish I could like say what I wanted to say.
what do you want to say? You already spoke on
I can't.
everything.
No, I can't.
For unsolicited?
Yeah, it's not something I can say.
Oh, okay, right.
Right.
Well, I don't have any.
I'm like good. I'm like in
Good.
I'm in great headspace.
Well,
Well, go Birds.
Yes.
Congratulations to the Eagles on winning the Super Bowl. I go back to Aspen this weekend. We all remember what happened to me on the last Aspen trip.
a moment of
You had a great
silence.
recap though.
I had a great recap. So tune in next week for the Aspen recap. Until then, keep everything we said between us
Please.
girlies.
It was a rough one.
Bye, guys.
Bye.